7.
Close enough.
All day yesterday.
All right. So before I start the lesson, we're having a test on Tuesday.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, so actually we got a test planned for tomorrow since 3 months ago. Sorry I didn't tell you guys.
All right, so things we've done since the last test include types of discontinuities. So remember that includes infinite discontinuities, jump discontinuities, and removable discontinuities. Then we did continuity of piecewise functions. Then we talked about special theorems, so intermediate value theorem and mean value theorem. I mean, not mean value, extreme value theorem, sorry. Mean value theorem is something else. Intermediate value theorem. Extreme value theorem. So the intermediate value theorem, or IVT, just says that if a continuous function goes from here to here, it has to hit all the y values in between. And then the extreme value theorem, or ET, just says that if you have a continuous function, it has to have a max and a min. Okay? So remember, those types of questions involve like inferences from tables. Like they give you a table of values and they ask you a question about the intermediate value theorem or the extreme value theorem. And remember, one of the things you need to remember to answer these questions is if they talk about f prime, that's talking about whether the function itself is increasing or decreasing. If f prime is positive, that means the function's going up from left to right, generally. And if f prime is negative, it means it's going down from left to right. My wasp friend. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
I was about killing wasps. Yeah, do you give us permission to kill wasps in your room?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You just said he's your friend.
I lie. And then also on the test would be average rate of change, which we were talking about the other day, and we're going to continue talking about that today. Average rate of change. Okay, so that's it. That's what the test is on. Super simple, not a lot of stuff. Okay, that's Tuesday. Now tomorrow, this is a little weird. So tomorrow there's that assembly for seniors. Most of you are seniors. So here's the way this is going to work. Seniors, I think you have to come here first, but I'm not quite sure. There'll be an announcement for all seniors to go down to the lobby. At that point, the seniors are going to go to the lobby, and the juniors are actually going to go to Mr. Rolf's art room. Okay, he's going to just like sub for me, but from his class. So he's going to have a couple tables for you, bring some work to do or whatever you want to do, and you just sit there for the period and just do whatever you like. It's kind of like a free period. Okay, because I'm going to the assembly. That's tomorrow. Okay, on Monday is the test review for extra credit, so there won't be a lesson that day either. Okay, Tuesday is the test, so there won't be a lesson that day either. And then Wednesday and Thursday, many of you have AP exams in literature and US history, and so there won't be a lesson either of those days
You
either.
start looking for just one moment.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I started hyperventilating. Whoa.
Right? Am I right? There's AP literature and AP US
Yeah.
history. Yeah.
Like our language exam is week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's next week.
Is the AP calculus?
Yeah, the AP calculus exam is Tuesday. Oh, next week. Maybe.
Oh, so you're not going to be here first.
No, I'll be here. We're not allowed to go to our own AP exam. Like they think we're going to cheat. Not for school, but like college board. not allowed to proctor your own test. Okay, so what I'm saying is there's not going to be a live or recorded lesson for Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Our next live lesson will be next Friday, a week from today. Is everybody understanding what I'm saying here? So I'll remind you of this every day in Google Classroom, but I just want to make you aware of the schedule, okay? The people that are taking AP exams, I don't want you to think you're missing anything. You're not. It's just going to be a free day. That's all it is. And that's just to make it a little easier.
So we won't have another day of instruction until next Friday.
That's correct. Okay?
Wow.
Okay. So that's the schedule. That's the bottom line. All right, so today we're going to continue talking about average rate of change. So remember, average rate of change, average rate of change of f of x over the interval from A to B is the slope of the secant line, which is simply the line segment that connects 2 points on the graph. Okay, that's what the secant line is. This is just the line segment connecting the points A, f of A, and B, f of B. Okay? That's what the average rate of change is. All right, so if you think about what this actually is in terms of symbols, this is really just f of B minus f of A, or B minus A. That's what that slope is, right? It's just the difference in the y values over the difference in the x values. So today, we're just going to be talking about average rate of change, but instead of them giving you a table or graph, they're going to give you an equation, like that representation of a function. And it's just this formula, that's all there is to it. So if f of x is represented as an equation, like for example, they said f of x equals 2x plus 3. Okay? And they said something like, find the average rate of change for -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. Okay, well in this case, A is -2 and B is 6. So I'm just going to apply this formula with that function and with these A and B values. This is just going to be f of 6 minus f of -2 over 6 minus -2. That's what it's going to end up being. I'm just subtracting the y values and then putting that over the difference of the x values. So this is going to be f of 6, which means you just plug 6 into the function and get its value. 12 plus 3 is 15. Minus f of 2, if you plug 2 into the function, you get -2. You get -4 plus 3, which is -1. And then 6 minus -2 is 8. So this ends up being 16/8. So the answer is 2. And if you had graphed this, I mean, you'd get the same result. Like, I know what this function looks like. It's really easy to graph. It's just a line. So if I graph this line that has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 3, Okay, if I graph this line, it looks like this, right? It has a y-intercept of 3, a slope of 2, so the line looks like this. Oh, this is helpful because it's going to block my page. But anyway, so the line looks like this, right? Basically what I'm doing is I'm locating these 2 points on the graph at x equals -2, which is like down here, and at x equals 6, which is like over here, and I'm just calculating the slope of that line, and it ends up being 2 as well, which kind of makes sense, right? Doesn't it make sense that if you have a line and you calculate the slope of the secant line between any 2 points on that line, doesn't it make sense that the slope of that line is going to equal the slope of the line itself? Of course. So it makes sense that our answer ended up equaling the slope of the line. Okay? But this is the formula you need to know to do average rate of change. Let's do a different one that's not so obvious. Suppose we had something like f of x equals negative x squared minus 7x plus 15. And they wanted you to calculate the average rate of change on the interval from -9 to 3. So they might write the interval like this, and they might write the interval like I did in the previous problem as an inequality. It's the same thing, right? This means everything between -2 and 6, including both endpoints, and this also means everything between -9 and 3, including both endpoints. Okay, it means the same thing. Okay, so the average rate of change, is f of 3 minus f of -9 over 3 minus -9. And again, the -9 and the 3 are interchangeable, but you just have to be consistent. If I start with 3 here, then I have to start with 3 on the bottom. If I start with -9 here, then I'd have to start with -9 on the bottom. But either way, I'm going to get the same answer. So f of 3, that means plug 3 into this expression. So I get -3 squared minus 7 times 3 plus 15. If I plug -9 in, I get -9 squared minus 7 times -9 plus 15 over 3 minus -9 is 12. All right, so this ends up being -9 minus 21 plus 15. Now I'm going to distribute the negative at the same time. So this expression here is minus 81, so it's going to be plus 81. A negative times a negative is positive 63, so it's going to be minus 63, and then minus 15 over 12. All right, this is kind of nice. 15 minus 15. The rest of it not so nice, but you just do the arithmetic. So -9 minus 21 plus 81, and then minus 63. So that's all the stuff that's left. So you get -12 over 12 is -1. And that's the answer. That's the average rate of change. Okay? So what you're doing graphically, remember, is this is a parabola, right, that opens downward. Basically, you're figuring out a point on the parabola here and a point on the parabola here, and you're calculating the slope of that line, and it ends up being -1. That's what you're doing, but you don't have to graph it every time or anything like that. You can do it completely analytically if they give you the equation. Any questions? Can we do another one? Or are you pretty comfortable? Okay, so f of b minus f of a over b minus a. That's it. Test on Tuesday. Tomorrow, juniors, don't forget, you're going to Mr. Rolf's art room. And if for some reason, like, the seniors are supposed to go down to the lobby, like, right away without coming here first, then I'm going to go down there and I'll leave a note on the door reminding you. So if you accidentally come here, don't panic. You just go to Mr. Rolf's room after that. Okay? And then Monday, come here. Everyone will be here, right? That's the first day where everyone's here. Then we do the test review for extra credit, that's Monday. Tuesday test, Wednesday, Thursday, totally 3 days, and then we start the next unit on Friday. Okay? And then the day when seniors have their AP test the following week, we'll have that day off too, so you don't stress about it. Okay? All right. I think that ends up being a Wednesday anyway, so we would have had that day off.
No, I don't think we do that.